Welcome to this episode of Do TV. There's a big scandal in Washington concerning Republican Congressman Mark Foley, who resigned amid charges he was sending sexually explicit emails to a 16-year-old congressional page. Hold on, I can't read the rest. Can I see the next page, please? Yeah, I know, that was cheesy. Now, on to page 2. Foley checked himself into an alcohol rehab, but I gotta say, drunkenness is no excuse for hitting on underage boys. Hell, it's barely an excuse for hitting on fat chicks. Democrats have been quick to pounce on Republicans for not getting this information out of Foley sooner. Republicans shot back, saying they tried to get Foley to confess, but he claimed he was protected by the Geneva Conventions. Democrats said, nice try, but you guys know only liberal pederasses are entitled to Geneva Convention protections. Republicans actually threatened to waterboard Foley, but he thought that was a ride at Water Country Safari's kiddie pool. Couldn't help it. When asked former President Bubba Clinton, who was in office while Foley was on the loose, why he didn't do more to stop Foley, Mr. President, why didn't you do more to stop Mark Foley?
What did I do? I worked hard to try to kill him. I authorized the funding for the CIA to kill him. We contracted with people to kill him. I got closer to killing him than anybody's gotten since.
Many liberal Democrats are fuming that Foley wrote these sexually explicit emails while he was not a member of their party. The nerve of some people. Now for today's church doctrine. The saga of Congressman Mark Foley has brought to light some truisms of our modern political world, the least of which is that sexual desire is not the monopoly of any one political party. This is not to say there isn't a difference between the way these perversions are treated by the parties, and therein lies today's doctrine. When news of Foley's behavior cleared the air inside the hallowed halls of Congress, Foley, a Republican, resigned immediately. There were no platitudes of innocent until proven horny. No, I was caught taking a bribe on video by the FBI. William Jefferson-esque, there's two sides to every story. Just a somber resignation. But that's not good enough for liberals. In this Diddler kid save a seat world we occupy with Democrats, everything is a war, except an actual war. And when war was declared almost too easily on Speaker Dennis Hastert and the rest of the Republican House leadership, it's almost as if Democrat leaders had this story in the bag, had planned their attack, researched their foe, and were just waiting for Nancy Pelosi to give them the launch codes. How else can you explain the man who broke the story, ABC News' Brian Ross's admission that he had the emails Foley sent to the page way back in August, but held them until now? Many people on the conservative side are running away from this fact, and their party. They are taking the moral absolutist stance that no matter the Democrats' treachery involved here, we're dealing with pedophilia, and the Republican leadership must be shamed at confession, and then penance, then retirement. These righties obviously are overlooking the fact that empowering liberals on this issue gives those same liberals standing and picking those who ultimately judge and sentence creeps like Foley. Is that advisable? Is that going to prevent future page abuses? I'm not even talking about maintaining a Republican majority here. I'm talking about calling spades spades, or to be more precise, calling out the protectors of Roe and Miranda and Hernandez and Hamdan. Welcome to the reality you helped create, Ms. Pelosi, that you helped institutionalize, Mr. Floor Waxman. When Foley has his day in court or in front of a grand jury, he'll get what the law says he should. If some people continue in there's no defense here mode, he might get lucky and get sentenced by a judge loved and admired by a Ted Kennedy.
Diddler.